Hey, all of my infinite beings and friends, welcome back to Infinite Wisdom. And today we're going to be talking about listening to your inner self and a little bit of what that means. Guys, right now, this time is such a beautiful time for us. It's a time for re-innovation. It's a time for change in all things that mean change. It's a time for environmental change, for emotional change, for mental change. This time, our awakening is something that is gonna be kind of like one of those mind-blowing experiences we've ever had in our lives. We're gonna come into so many different things, so many different new emotions, so many different feelings that it just doesn't always seem logical. Now, if we're speaking on logical, I know a lot of people, especially crystal children, we have that little person that's always in our head, right? And a lot of us, we tend to be afraid. We tend to get scared. We tend to think that we're crazy sometimes. And for me, it's like, who is that? Why are you talking to me? Are you trying to trick me or something? Like, what's going on? Am I going crazy? Do I need to see someone? Like, what's happening? But that little voice that you hear, that person in the background that's telling you not to do something, or that's telling you how you should do something, it's your inner self. It's telling you these things for a reason. It's letting you know these things for a reason. And I know that a lot of us before, if you were hearing your inner self before your awakening, it seemed a bit scary. It seemed a bit unknowing. And it seems, in a sense, chaotic. Like it's not supposed to happen, like you're crazy, like you're losing it. But you're not. This was just something that's always been a part of you. It's that second mind. It's that second thought. It's that in our realm, it's your higher self. And a lot of us didn't understand it or comprehend it because we didn't want to be different. We didn't want to look weird. We didn't want to say anything because we feel out of the ordinary, or we feel like we shouldn't be hearing these things, but we should. The only reason why you're confused about it is because it's never happened before and you don't understand it. And that can be the same thing for anything, right? Usually most people get upset or they get angry when they don't understand something. And that's the same thing with hearing your inner thoughts, hearing your inner self tell you something. And right now, this awakening, guys, it's going to teach us so much. And honestly, I would 100% say that the most important part of this awakening is to be connected to your higher self, listening to that inner voice, talking, communicating, discussing with that inner voice, because that inner voice wants you to succeed. Don't run from it. Don't hide. Don't feel as if you should be thrown away and the door shut and the key in the trash, in the incinerator. You shouldn't be. You should never be put in a box for understanding your true self. Understanding that you've woken up to a world so dark, that you are a small light Actually, scratch that, erase that, guys. No, you are a blooming light in this world so big. You are that inner self. And the more you connect to that inner self, and the more you talk to that inner self, and the more you discuss things with that inner self, the stronger you become, the wiser you become, the more you are willing to understand things that don't make sense. And I know a lot of people, it's hard for them to connect, because at one point in time, I was in that same space where I was confused, I was lost, I didn't understand why I was always hearing something, or why it's like I'm talking and thinking, and then someone else is talking and thinking right after I say something. So it's like, hey, what the fuck? Right? You know, you're crazy. You feel as if you're crazy, but you're not. There's nothing crazy about you. You're just more advanced. You're just more intellectual and spiritually intellectual. The more you connect to that inner voice, the more you listen to it, the stronger you will become. The more strength you will have to keep going on through this awakening and through the journey that is going to be set out in front of you. The more you connect to that higher self, the easier it will become for you to complete that mission that you've been set on this earth to complete, guys. Don't run from the thoughts that are in your head. They're there for a reason. Don't get scared when you hear a response in your head. Just listen to it. And a lot of us are letting our fears and our anxiety run our minds. So it confuses us when we hear someone else and it's just like, wait, what? Now I'm crazy. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. But you're not. You're discovering your mind. You're exposing yourself to you, to the real you. And I want you guys to all know that the way to get through this life, the way to get through this journey is to understand yourself and your inner self and everything that entails. And if you're not willing to accept that or understand that, you will never get there. You will never finish your mission. But I have faith in you guys. I have faith and I have hope that even though you may have been confused, that you're going to come out of that. You're going to be able to understand that that voice in your head is really you. That voice in your head is trying to get you to a higher level in your life, to a higher way of thinking, to a more inspirational way of thinking, to a more loving, caring, passionate way of thinking. Now, guys, you know that I could go on and on and on and on, but I'm gonna leave that right there for you. Okay? All right, guys. Peace, love, and happiness.